call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Washington Huskies, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. To the air on first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. With the catch, it's Parker. Right midfield, he's got room. Ripped off a huge sharp play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. You go with the first snap of the game, and you make a big play like that, your confidence just soars.
And I don't know if the defense was sleepwalking here, Reese, but it's almost as if they didn't know the game had actually started. They were just kind of lethargic in the back end. I don't think they were anticipating this offense taking a shot on the first play.
Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. They've climbed into the top 25. Nothing has been given to these guys, but they're quickly becoming a problem for everybody else.
Well, they are, and they earned that number beside their name. They've played really, really well. The question is now, can you keep it? David, how many times in the past have we seen a team outside the top 25 finally get ranked and then get blown out the very next week?
And there's not a lot of difference between 25 and 45. A lot of times, so many people close together. So earn that ranking and try to keep climbing.
How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
The Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. Working the middle. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Has passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Oh, he's got some space. Explosive run into the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 16.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job on the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
To the air on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. This crowd knows when to bring it. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find this man for 6.
And they just couldn't find the hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes. But fourth and short. Now, decision time, baby.
It's good. That'll bring him to within 4. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Looking to buy time. He'll pull it down. Still running at the 40. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
He's got it. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Johnson. Headed to the end zone, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Ohio State. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
And man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
He'll bring it out. It's Kruger. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. When the Huskies are moving on the ground like this, you will bow down to Washington.
Yeah, and I tell you what, with all the rain they get out there in Washington, you better have a dependable ground game.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He was trying to get that return going instead. He'll hand it to his offense at the 38. They'll start this drive going to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Parker. And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? And the Buckeyes are threatening in the red zone. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Punga. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Back to pass on second down. Unloads it downfield. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
That defender is lucky on that play because he was beat on that deep route. He's lucky the QB overthrew that.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. The Huskies will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
It'll be third and long. They just keep firing. Rush is on him. They get to him as he throws.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Dances away. He'll try to do it himself. Got a first down. And this is why a mobile quarterback is a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare. He has just been running wild all day. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
And this tight end, he's a weapon. We've seen it, right? He can get downfield. He can make plays vertically in the passing game. So this defense was aware of that. Nice job in coverage swatting that one away.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. This time he's got his man. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. To the ground with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They feed him again. There he goes. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. And the Huskies in the hurry up. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Tight end finds a soft spot. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First play of the period, first down here. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
They're dealing with a second and long. Trying play action. This time it's complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You gotta have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Well, the QB looked like he knew where he wanted to go with that football, but give the defense credit. They were able to swat that one away.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the missed connection on third down.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. Pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up for.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. That'll trim the deficit to 15.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And guys with the empty backfield on second and short, might they take a shot here? Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. From the gun, the running back has it. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Defense in press coverage. motion. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Nowhere to go with the ball and down. He goes at the 39. And how about this Buckeye defense? This is not all flash and score around here these days.
And when you've seen Ohio State,
lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Huskies. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
and it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
I just don't think the receiver finished his route. At the top of the comeback, you've got to really drive back downhill and give your quarterback a safe place to throw it. Receiver wasn't able to do it, and that made it easy on the DB.
The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Fouls through the defense. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Now the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. Got him downfield. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Touchdown, Ohio State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And listen, if I have a playmaker running back like that with that kind of speed, yeah, I'm going to throw the swing to him too. He drops back, surveys the field. He says, I know my guy can make a play, gets the ball in his hands right now on the swing. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Kruger. It's great to think you're going to score every time you return it, but man, what a bad decision. He's down at the 6. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Leaves it with the running back. Burrows his way for a couple. He's out to the 8. Washington wants to go quickly.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Wide open downfield. Racing down the left side. The 20. Touchdown, Washington. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And man, what a game-changing type play. The offense throwing the football deep in their own end, and they're probably thinking to themselves, hey, let's just get some more space. Let's try to get a first down and give ourselves room to work with. What an individual effort by the receiver after he had the ball in his hand, taking it all the way, coast to coast on that touchdown.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. He'll get this drive started from the 29. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And that's what this defense needs to get going. You've given up a bunch of touchdowns. You haven't been great early, but now you finally get some pressure, get the quarterback to the ground. Now maybe start turning this defense around.
Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got his man downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he...
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Trying to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Flips it out to the back. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there getting that first.
To the air on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Dobbs. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll try the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Fullback's got it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies.
So nice to have the run game, so nice to trust in it, so nice to cut this game to a one-possession game. Halftime now becomes a lot more bearable. Coaches ain't yelling and screaming. We got to get this fixed, but we got some positive mojo on our side.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2 and try to tie it. As it is, they're down by 1. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught close to the marker, it's Parker. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. Steps away to find some room. Going right and going deep. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking downfield very late in the half. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown on this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds his man. It's Parker. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it. And the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Looking to throw on first down. Trying to beat the D deep. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Looking for more room. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They ought to have some confidence based on that first-half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Give to the fullback. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42.
And you give it to the big boy. I like that. Those guys are really stout. They're usually not very tall, thick as can be, used to hitting linebackers. That's what they chew on linebackers for a living. I love when you give them the football, they lower their shoulder and get that first down for them.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Give to the running back. Creates a little space. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. And they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot, you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do, but over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The inside handoff. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. And the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. A strike downfield. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
Got his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
That's a really nice throw. And you think about being the starting quarterback at the Ohio State University with all the great players they've had here recently, what this offense expects from you. This is explosive passing attack. You've seen that now in recent years. They push the ball vertically down the field. This guy...
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. I mean, you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. The Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Play action on 1st down. Fires to the right. He's got it. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a 1st down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. Breaks into the open. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Now on 1st down from the 43. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's going to fire deep. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington. An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Back to the ground game on the left. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. They've got the screen set up. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He makes a catch. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite and you're a little bit flat and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts. But I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up and then put another play back-to-back. And all of a sudden, they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Looking for his man in the middle. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Power football with the run. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4.
Well, no mystery on that play caller, right? You got the lead late in the game. You've gotten the ball back on the other side of the 50 on your opponent's side, and so you're just going to run it. And it's fine if they know that. You just want to stay on the field and bleed this clock, and you got to start thinking about where are your best run-it-runs. Which side of this offensive line is the strongest? Which guys defensively do you want to attack so you can take as much time off the clock as possible?
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
You know, when you're handing off to your fullback, oftentimes these guys need some space to work so they can build up a head of steam and get the speed going, but that guy didn't have anywhere to go on that one.
And that is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Throwing right. It's caught downfield. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Got a man. It's Punga. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
And the Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Coles. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Yeah, how about the design of the play? Doing a great job. Get it to your man, your running back, now turn receiver in space, and let him do damage. Let him catch the football. He can do the rest. Be that special player in space that you know he is, and get into the end zone.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, every game in CUSA is so very critical. How about this one today? K-State has the lead right now. The Little Apple has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock.
Inside with the fullback. Almost had a lot more room there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 36.
I love fullbacks that are versatile. You don't see many of them in college football anymore, but this guy's unique. He is a weapon when he has the ball in his hands.
The give to the big fullback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. If they tried the field goal from here, it would be 53 yards. They'd love to help the kicker out on third down. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. He'll pull it down and run. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Great job rallying to the football by this defense. Third down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up fourth.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. Well, the offense did fall on that loose football, but it won't matter much as they turn it over on downs.
And what a great job by the defense, securing the wide receiver, getting the football out, getting it on the deck, and dadgummit if it didn't bounce right back to the offense.
So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Gave the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
The Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here's the handoff. Tripped up for the tackle.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small gain and an easier third down. How about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the first down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on third down. And shoot, and I got fourth down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. First down, operating in the zone and doing it in a den of noise. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. On the move, he fires. Touchdown, Huskies. And they've moved out front here in the fourth. They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So they march the ball 41 yards on that drive, and they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal. Oh, he's got some space. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Really nice touchdown. Now it's decision time. Extra point will get you to OT. Do you try to win it right now with a 2-point play?
They just need the extra point to deadlock this game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the returner is stopped. This drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. The throw. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spot, like make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
Well, they've thrown 2 straight incompletions, and they just need to play pitch and catch on this next play. They're down a possession, and you don't have to necessarily get the first down right here, but if you don't get it, you've got to at least keep the fourth down manageable to give yourself an opportunity to keep pushing the ball down the field, give yourself a shot to win.
Man, you gotta love this defense. Being dialed in, being ready for the pass late in this football game when you needed to stop, playing tendencies, breaking on the football, 3 straight incompletions. Way to rise up by this defense.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Past the 30. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Give to the back. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And you got to think about when you want to use that final timeout, when you're going to clock it. Every single second counts. You need a field goal to win, but you got to manage this clock.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go with a direct snap. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Paul.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they featured him today.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
That is exactly what you want from this offense. Take almost all the clock, execute, and now go out and take a lead by a touchdown. Great, flawless execution by this offense.
And he added the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Intercepted on one play.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. Great job by the defense, not closing the door completely, but stopping the momentum late in the game when you already got a lead. Nice job, D.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Lets it fly. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling.